So what's going on, you guys? So I don't know exactly, but I have been sharing videos on Facebook. Michael Bloomberg has started this thing, and he has paid $2 million, $2 million, right, to pretty much, get California, Kentucky, Virginia, all these states to fight the Second Amendment rights. To bear arms, and the first and Second Amendment they are trying to get rid of. There's a video out on Facebook where the governor of California is saying, "Oh, it's just a piece of paper." No, it's not just a piece of paper. It is our rights, our Constitution, of what our friends and our family have fought for this country. That is what vets fight for, to uphold the United States Constitution. We the people, by the people. It makes no sense, and all this shit that's going on is absolutely ridiculous. And I've seen videos of where the Virginia government's like, "Oh, well, we don't know what to do. We're kind of scared because it might cause another civil war." Yeah, that might be true, because they're not only taking bear arms, but how are you going to defend yourself? What if you live back up in the woods in the middle of nowhere and you have a bear knocking at your door trying to get into your house? How are you going to defend your own self? You can't, because you won't be able to bear arms when it's a class 6 misdemeanor to own a gun. And then they're going to threaten to bring a National Guard in to take your guns away. Absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And honestly, I think the people need to do something, because I don't think these sanctions might hold up. And I do know that the government is scared of the militias, because if you look online, there's these militia groups out in Minnesota or wherever that excuse me, that causes all these hates, and they don't want hate in their group. They want to protect their rights, which it's totally understandable. That's what the whole American Revolution was about, was to uphold, freedom, uphold rights against taxes. And that's what I don't understand, because if they fight against taxes on the British, wouldn't that kind of make more sense? I mean, if you don't learn from your history, history is going to repeat itself regardless. So, and honestly, I think more things need to be done for American people. Need to speak up and say something, like go protest. I think Richmond definitely needs that, because apparently they don't understand anything. And that's what the Virginia government's scared about, is because, it's the same thing of the Civil War. That's what they're scared about. That was the whole reason back then, was because of people's beliefs or whatever. Big business coming in, ruining their life, because they were a bunch of farmers. And I mean, that's totally understandable, because when the North had come down, they were not only raping women and children, but they were stealing their stuff. And that's the whole reason why people started fighting back. That's the stuff that they don't teach you about in the history books. So I think more things need to be addressed that's not being addressed, because the media's not even talking about it. The media, I seen News Channel 7 talking about how Northam is helping the economy. What has Northam done? That motherfucker's a racist piece of shit, a communist son of a bitch that don't even need to be in office, regardless of the fact. Because if he's going to agree with Michael Bloomberg that raised $2 million to fight against our rights to bear arms, he don't need to be in office, period. Point blank. I mean, because he's not an American citizen. He's a communist if he's going to fight against, right to bear arms. He's not American. So I think he ought to step down, or the American people sign a petition to get him out of office. And the same thing with the other people that's in, state government offices that are trying to take their rights, like Kentucky and California. I know Kentucky has a thing going on like Virginia. It's going to take effect the first of the year. You know, something needs to be done about it. You know, if they're not true Americans, then they don't need to be in there. That's what our vets fight for, our freedom and our rights. But I think it's time for the people needs to step up, do something about it. Because I'm in on it, and I don't really care. Because my family has fought for this country, not only during the First World War, the Second World War, Vietnam, and as far as I know, they fought in the American Revolution. So I think some things need to change myself on that part. But I think you know, I know there's petitions up. I've signed a bunch of petitions online, and I'm gonna probably end up signing more. So later.